With that sound, you know what that means, right? Yes, the horn a blow. It means that it's time for us to get on inside and get an update from the CCRP. CCRP update. It is the 26th episode for 2025. The CCRP was created to empower, celebrate, and protect Jamaica seniors. They offer many benefits. Visit our website at ccrponline.org. CCRP Update is brought to you by JNGI. Silver Shield, the best choice for auto and property insurance exclusively for CCRP members. Contact Gallagher Insurance Brokers or JNGI for best value and a boatload of benefits. In today's CCRP update, we'll welcome Mr. Peter Levy, Managing Director of BCIC, and he'll tell us a bit about their acquisition of JNGI. And then he'll also provide information on BCIC's online property valuation calculator. Not something you're going to want to miss. That's crucial. But first, a little family business as usual. Our CCRP update sponsors JNGI offer their amazing Silver Shield plan for auto and property insurance exclusively for CCRP members. The auto plan includes free benefits from the Jamaica Automobile Association with valet service for vehicle registration, fitness, and 24-hour roadside assistance. CCRP will shortly implement a new data system which requires each member to have a unique email address. Members who have not submitted an email address to CCRP, please do so immediately. If the email address you've submitted is shared with another member, you need to submit one that is uniquely yours. And members who have changed their email addresses or contact numbers since joining CCRP, let us know. We need to know. I'm sure you want to be in touch with us, and we certainly want to be in touch with you. Please send your updated email address or contact number to WhatsApp, via WhatsApp, to one of the following numbers, or both, I don't know, 876-469-1944. 876, of course, 469-1944. And the other one, in the alternative, 876, of course, 295-7059. That's 295-7059, of course, preceded by 876, both Jamaican numbers. Or by email, info@ccrponline.org. Info@ccrponline.org. If you're 40 years old or over, you are eligible to join CCRP. When you join CCRP, you open up a whole world of exciting events and money-saving discounts. When you're a CCRP member, you're actively supporting the rights of seniors and the elderly. We have been passionate advocates to help ensure that you're protected from elder abuse and discrimination. For only an initial registration fee of $2,500 and an annual renewal of $2,000, you'll have access to discounts of up to 30%, as high as 30%, for 100 and growing discount partners. And the CCRP also offers 2 high-value health insurance plans underwritten by Sagicor for our members. Don't forget, 40 plus, jump in, because you don't want to lose any time being outside of the umbrella of this wonderful organization that serves our interests to the best of our collective abilities. Next on this program, we'll have Professor Denise Eldemire Shearer, and she'll give some advice to the elderly on coping with the summer heat. Ooh, and then we will hear exactly what we need to do to stay chill. Eh? Now to the meat of today's update. It's the latest on the BCIC's acquisition of our partner and update sponsor, JNGI, plus a primer on the a great utility that will provide information on BCIC's online property valuation calculator. I've been looking forward to this all week. Mr. Peter Levy, Managing Director, BCIC. Welcome, sir. How are you?
Thank you very much, Jerry. I'm doing well. Thank you very much for having me. I'm very pleased to be here.
It's a pleasure, and we're looking forward to the wonderful information you'll pour out on us. Tell us a little bit about the acquisition of JNGI, the whys and wherefores. What do we expect in the coming weeks or months?
Okay, where we are is that BCIC has acquired the shares of JNGI from the JN Group, BCIC and ICU together. And we're now working towards an amalgamation of the two companies into one.
Mm-hmm.
That requires a regulatory approval, and there's a whole process that the the regulator, the FSC, goes through to ensure that no policyholder or other stakeholder interests are compromised in any way, and everybody's preserved their rights, which is what we would intend to do anyway. But it's good to have that blessing from the regulator.
Of course.
So we're going through that process now. That's probably going to take a few months, but we are fervently working towards completion of that amalgamation during this calendar year.
Mm.
I'll just put it that way,
Right. Understood.
right?
Understood.
But in the meantime, sorry, in the meantime, current JNGI customers will continue to do business with the people that they have been doing business with through all the channels that they're accustomed to doing business through.
Mm.
We have retained everybody from JNGI who wanted to stay. There's some people who opted to take early retirement or whatever.
Mm.
But the vast majority of the JNGI staff has come over, and we're very happy to have that continuity. That's one of the main things that we want. We did this so that we could continue to add the JNGI business together with our business and then grow from that point
Mm.
forward. So that's what we are working hard at.
Mhm. That's great news for business. When it comes to business, we want to know that there's as little dislocation as possible, but at the same time, due diligence. So we expect there will be time to make sure that it's done, but at the same time, nothing materially different, although there will be some differences, essentially. So we, on our side, we just, continue to wish you the blessings of doing what you do, and
Thanks.
and have the benefits of the
Yeah.
outcome in the end, and that's good
Yeah,
stuff.
and let me just add also that BCIC has for some years now we've been growing very, very well, and that growth has come about in large part because we've made it a focus of our approach to
Mm,
make things as easy as possible to do business with us.
right.
Um, buying an insurance policy or renewing an insurance policy, it's a bit of a chore, right?
Hmm.
There's not a lot of thrill attached to that, but so we figure, get people in and out as quickly as possible, reduce the number of hurdles they have to go through, we've cut down the number of questions on forms, and we've done a lot to just make the process easy and painless. And we'll be looking to bring that approach to the entire business once we get united.
Hmm. Ah. And so, yeah, so just hold tight, and we will be kept abreast, I'm sure, because I've seen that your communication tends to be robust, so we can continue to rely on that key value, right?
Indeed, we'll be trying to keep people up to date on events as they occur.
Hmm. So basically, the policies remain in effect. Contact information remains the same. The interface is pretty much the same, but know and trust that it is moving where it should be and at the pace that it can be.
And that good things will follow.
Oh, yes. All of this is so that we can get the good things. Hello?
Right.
You want to give us the good things, and we said so. We said so. Wait. So we just want
Right.
to know that we're thinking the same. We're on the same page. That's the most important thing, that we are on the same page, because it is a partnership, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We use the term outside in. We try to think outside in. What is it that our customers want from us,
Hmm.
rather than what suits us? If we
Yes.
can deliver that, then the
Hmm.
rest is easy.
Absolutely. Yes. 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 The marketing as opposed to just sales. Like
Yeah, indeed.
I have this and I can give for so and so. It's like, what do you want? What will make you happy? What will satisfy your needs?
Yeah, and delivering solutions, not just making claims.
Ah, there you go. There you go. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. This conversation is making me really happy, and I'm sure it will is making a lot of my fellow CCRPers pretty happy. Let's talk a little bit about the online property valuation calculator. Why and why now?
Well, I think, first of all, obviously, people's home is the biggest single investment that most people make in their lives.
Yes.
It's not just a roof over your head, but it's also a vehicle for savings and for growth, because it usually appreciates faster than inflation, and it becomes something that you pass on to your children.
Hmm.
or something, if you get to a point where you're retiring, you're downsizing, you can sell that house and move to a smaller place, and it provides a nest egg for the future.
Mm.
Um, so it's really important to people. Uh, and the fact is that with the kind of growth in values, kind of inflation and just increasing building costs and so on that goes on year after year, by the time 3 years pass, after you've bought the house, it's probably worth 20% more it would cost 20% more to rebuild than
Hmm.
it cost in the first place.
Yes.
And then with insurance, the way that homeowners insurance works and all property insurance is that if your insurance is less than the actual amount at risk, then the, you risk the claim being reduced by that percentage.
Mm.
So in simple terms, if your sum insured is 8 million and the rebuilding cost is 10 million, when you come to have a claim, you're going to get 80% of the amount of that claim.
Mm.
So
Hmm.
it's really critical to protect that investment.
Yes.
Um, and so one of the obstacles now is people don't know how to increase their value. Like they don't know how much to increase it to,
Right.
right? Most of us are not in the real estate business. We're not up to speed on how fast values are changing and building costs are changing and so on.
Right.
So what we realized, and this was brought to a point when we had a number of claims arising out of burial. We've always known that this is an issue um, that has just been a chronic issue out there. But when we saw some of the outcomes from the burial claims last July, we realized how much of a gap there was between what people's insurance policies was covering and how much it should be covering.
Mm.
And we said, okay, what are the things that are stopping people from? When we talk to customers, they don't know, if we ask them, have you looked at your value? They don't know how to arrive at the current value. The
Hmm.
cost of evaluation, is an obstacle to people. And how often are you going to pay a evaluator to update your valuation?
Mm.
So we said, okay, building costs are by and large pretty standardized, and so there should be a way to shortcut to a reasonable approximation of the value that doesn't require having an expert come and do a valuation and all of that. So that's where the idea came from, is what we want to do is just to again, I spoke about making people's path easier to
Yes.
get what they need. This is about this is about arriving at a value that you can feel comfortable with,
Hmm.
that is up to date, but as just the simple step of the only thing you really need is to know your square footage of your house.
Mm.
There are a couple of very basic questions about the type of construction and stuff, type of roof and ceiling.
Yes.
Um, Once you have that information, it will give you an up-to-date valuation or up-to-date estimate of the rebuilding cost of that house, and
Mm.
that would be the basis of your insurance coverage. And you
Ah,
can do that
okay.
as often as you like.
Yes.
It's completely free. In fact, it's available to everybody in Jamaica or everybody anywhere. Actually, we haven't limited it to BCIC/JNGI customers because
Mm.
it's too important for us to try to turn it into something that's restricted.
Right.
I really don't mind if a customer from another insurance company goes there, gets the valuation, and then adjusts his sum insured on his policy.
Hmm.
We're out there. We want to associate BCIC with and JNGI with solving problems for people. That's what we define our purpose as.
Hmm.
So it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be. It's not always about a sale. It's
Yeah.
about continuously always trying to find the problems that matter to people and providing solutions to them. And we'll get some good feeling, some goodwill out of it. That's great.
Right.
Um,
Right.
but fundamentally, it's about giving people an easier option than anything that currently exists.
Hmm. And as you said, it's easily the biggest investment most people will make.
Yes, yes, by far. Um,
Intergenerational and all that.
yeah, exactly, exactly. And as I say, it's a repository. You work all your life. you pay your mortgage, the fruits of your labor are going into that asset, that home. So you want to make sure it's protected. Otherwise, why did you why did you do all that work?
Mhm, mhm. Listen, I'd love to see it. Tell where do we access that to give it a test drive?
So bciconline.com is the website.
Hmm.
There's a link to it on the front page there. So you go to that website. When the page loads, you see a graphic saying, "Are you underinsured?" Click on that, and you put in, as I say, you need the square footage. Now,
Mm.
most places will have had a valuation at some point in the past,
Right.
and the square footage would be on the valuation.
Got it.
So you don't even have to go and take out your tape measure. If you can find if you can look up
Yes.
your old valuation or get it from your mortgage company,
Hmm.
and they tell you the square footage,
Hmm.
you just put that in, and as I say, some very basic questions. One thing I just want to say is that if you've done any additions to the house since the last valuation, then
Right.
you'd have to add that square footage to
Right.
the to what the original area was. So be wary of that. Um, but that gives you a valuation, and then for
Hmm.
our customers, BCIC and JNGI,
Mm.
you can click a link. You can download a document which has the evaluation, so you have it in your records. You can request a quote at the same time that you've gotten the evaluation. And as I say, you can take the document to your insurance company and get the increase put through. The other thing I want to say is that one of the things we've recognized is that the cost of the increase is going to be an obstacle for people. We can't eliminate the fact that there will be an additional premium to pay, but we have we do offer people 11 months to pay the premium.
Right.
So an annual premium, you can pay it over 11 months.
Hmm.
And the other thing that we're doing is for our customers who do this step and increase their sum insured in line with the amount, we're giving them $5 million of free contents coverage. So your household furniture and your clothing and personal effects and so on would also be covered
Hmm.
for $5 million for free.
Ah, got it. Wonderful. Thank you so much. We will latch on to all of your contact details and ensure that we are in the know. Thank you very much, Mr. Peter Levy, Managing Director, BCIC. A value-packed update, my brother, and we really appreciate it.
Thanks very much.
Blessings. And until next Sunday at 3 for all things CCRP, visit our website, ccrponline.org, and also our YouTube channel. If you're 40 years old, that's all you need to be. We look forward to welcoming you as a full CCRP member. Why wait? It opens up a whole world of insights, networks, exciting events, money saving discounts, and more. Build connections, share experiences, and keep informed now to make the best life choices before retirement hits. CCRP Update brought to you by JNGI Silver Shield, the best choice for auto and property insurance exclusively for CCRP members. Contact Gallagher Insurance Brokers or JNGI for best value and a boatload of benefits.